Today I am in my element. We're talking about facials, we're talking about massages, we're talking about hair care. All right, I don't know anything about that stuff, but let's go learn. This is Bargersville Wellness, and this is Around the South Side. Blythe Potter.
Yes.
Co-founder, co-owner of Bargersville Wellness. You guys have a ton of different self-care services.
Yeah.
So walk me through some of the things you guys do.
Well, I'm licensed in aesthetics and massage, but I'm also a registered yoga teacher. And I really wanted a space where I could incorporate all of that.
Yeah.
Also having my business partner here who does hair.
Yeah.
And I knew a woman who was doing Reiki at the time who was interested in doing that. Well, let's figure out a way to make this all work, because wellness is more like a wheel on a spoke on a wheel. There's not just exercise and you are healthy, eat right and you're out. It's there are a lot of things.
So this is like a one-stop shop for self-care and wellness, right?
Hopefully, yes, but it's also evolving, and we know we don't do it all, so we can refer people out. And hopefully very soon we're gonna be able to take over the space upstairs. So
okay,
we'll hopefully have a bigger yoga studio, I'll have a bigger room to work in.
Yeah.
So
do you have classes of yoga right now that you're doing?
Do.
Like regular classes? What are those like?
Yeah, right now they're just Tuesdays and Fridays at 9 a.m. Sadly, for the yoga program, when COVID hit, anything that involved this and touching people and mass quantities of people it was hard. But we've also grown so much with other service providers that we've kind of this is the yoga space. So you can see it's we're slowly shrinking it down because we need it for other things.
Right, sure.
Thankfully, Catherine is still with us. She's one of my other yoga teachers, and she's been very flexible, figuratively and literally. So we're hoping, that she and I can have more space, and I'll also hopefully have more time once as my daughter gets older to get up early and do yoga classes again.
Right.
Because, you don't sleep for the first 3 years.
Well, that's how it goes.
Yeah, I know.
Let me ask you this question. I am a big fan of yoga. Hot yoga. I mean, that's just awful, right? That's just terrible.
That is
I'm slipping all over the mat.
That's a rabbit hole. So it does get slippery, and I find it hard to breathe.
Yes, right?
So we don't do it a lot, but yoga as a practice is more of a lifestyle than just be a tree.
Right.
Put your feet up the wall. It encompasses how you relate to yourself as well as the outside world. So
yeah, sure.
We don't currently do hot yoga. We probably won't bring that back.
Let's not.
So
room temperature yoga is where it's at. Or maybe slightly
comfortable.
Cool.
Just be comfortable.
Just be comfortable.
Yeah.
That's right. Everything is good.
That's what we try for.
I like it. One of the things I think that I love about what you guys are doing here is that you're also working to make a difference in the world as well. Not just, hey, we're running a business here, but you're looking to impact lives here in your community. You guys are looking to be environmentally friendly. Tell us about some of the things that you're about in that world.
Yeah. So I'm vegan, and also with that, I've become very much a part of being an environmentalist. And my husband's a geologist.
Okay.
And the more I learn about human existence, even the most kind person, we're still taking more than we're giving back. And our industry is rampant for that. We've got disposable everything, we've got hair color, we've got chemicals, but I also, not just because that's what we do, it feels good, right? I love getting my hair done.
Sure.
I don't want to give that up. So we try to counteract that as much as we can. Yeah, for the community, for ourselves, it's easier for me to come to work knowing that, yes, I'm using a lot of resources, but I'm also trying to protect those resources. So
I love it.
We try. Today I'm going to the town hall for Bargersville Main Street meeting. We're really working hard on getting some sort of Earth Day something going on.
Oh, cool.
So we do something every year as a business anyway, but being here for almost 4 years, and now we're getting the town involved.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love it.
Very, very pumped.
This whole little town square area is kind of revitalized again, and it's cool for you guys to be a part of that. That's awesome.
Really is. Growing up and seeing how it's evolved, but literally looking here, even walking home, we now have a sidewalk to walk on, and we've got new street lights and a new coffee shop. It's just amazing.
On your website, you had some just some self-care tips that people can do daily, and one of the things on there you have to explain to me is was it eye relaxation?
Oh yeah, they're more
is that just sleeping? Is it just falling asleep?
No. Did you do
stretches
it?
for my eyes. No, I didn't know you were talking about. I was like, I can't wait to find out what I do.
I may need to go and amend that then. So If you think of a clock, if you
Yes.
use the center where the hands would meet,
Yep.
you would start there and then, look at 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock. It's really just getting your eyes to move differently than, because usually we're just doing this, right?
Okay.
Especially if we're reading our phone or a computer.
Yeah.
So you're getting different muscle movement. It's not really stretching or exercises,
Yeah.
but just, and it's interesting if you do it, because
Yeah.
you also go at the diagonals. There's usually going to be one spot where you're like, oh, that's like not very comfortable.
Right.
Which is
yeah.
kind of weird.
Oh, so it's like kind of like your body, like you do a stretch and you're like, ooh, I
Yeah.
gotta work this out a little bit. You're saying that happens with the eyes too.
The eyes can do that. The eyes have so many different areas, kind of like the spine. We can turn more ways than we can name.
Yeah.
Well, your eyes can too.
Oh, that's
so
fun.
just a different way. And if you're focusing on what your eyes are doing, you're probably not worried about the bill that's past due or what your daughter's doing in the other
so
room.
it brings you into the present
yeah,
moment.
Yeah,
right?
you're focusing. I think that way about handstands too. Like if you're
Oh
upside
yeah,
down.
me too. When I'm doing handstands and backflips.
If you're
I am
upside down, it's
in
hard
the
to think
moment.
about anything else, right? You're
Yeah.
you're focused on what you're doing. You're not like, oh, did I put gas in the car? Or
Right.
did I plug in the XYZ? Like,
Yeah. When you think about like the yoga poses, when you think about massage, all of those are things that bring you into the now.
hopefully.
Typically, which means that and we're always okay when we're in the present moment, right? So I think that's fantastic. For someone that is new to everything you do and maybe even is intimidated by a place that's offering all these things that they don't know a lot about, how would you suggest they get started? Like when they come in here, what's an easy way to just kind of introduce themselves to what you guys are doing here?
Really, probably a consultation. So if they're interested in a massage or something, we're always available via email. Even shorter services, we do have like 30-minute massages or 30-minute Reiki. So if you don't want to be touched a lot, but still want to relax and lay on a table for 30 minutes. Or we have a nap time option. So if you want to just go take a 20-minute nap in my room.
What?
Yes.
Did you know this? All right. Well, I'm going to be staying a little longer. Have
you done a facial or massage before?
I did a massage back in college once by the PT students that were practicing to become PTs.
So try to think back.
So let's say no.
Well, let's pretend you do it.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
When you were done, did you want to
Yes.
immediately get off the table and go back to the real world?
No, I just wanted to lay and relax.
So you could do a 20-minute nap. And science says you're either doing a 20-minute nap or a 90-minute nap so you don't wake up feeling like...
Yeah, groggy and stuff.
Yeah, because you can feel like hungover almost.
Yeah, sure.
So you can do a 20-minute nap after a massage. So you can just really let your body sink in.
Yeah.
There's no movement. You're not worried about things being draped or undraped.
Right,
It's
sure.
just there.
I would say one of the things I think for people that haven't experienced much of this is to just feel like they know someone when they walk in the door. And I think obviously it's good for people now. I would feel a lot more comfortable coming in here now because I know who you are, right?
Yeah.
So I think even just people coming through and saying hi to your crew will kind of help bridge.
As long as we're open, anyone's welcome to come in. We can give them a quick tour.
All right, well, Blythe Potter, thank you
Oh,
so
thank you so
much.
much.
This
Thanks
was
for
great.
coming in.
Appreciate it. So if you are a facial massage salon person at all, you've got to stop in and check these guys out. You could say hi. Obviously, they're wonderful people. You will love coming here. You can learn more about their services at bargersvillewellness.com.